Hello everyone, welcome back to Success Mantra. Today we will start a new chapter in class 10 mathematics, that is chapter 2 polynomials. Before we get into our chapter, we will refresh what we have learned in our class 9 about polynomials. What do you mean by a variable? A variable can be anything which has no fixed value. For example, the small letters of alphabets that we normally use for representing variables like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, R, S, T, etc. What do you mean by an expression? If we perform the basic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on the variable, then it becomes an expression. For example, here a, you know that it's a variable. If we perform the addition function like a plus 4, then this a plus 4 become an expression. Similarly, a minus 4 is another expression. A multiplied by 4, then a divided by 4 are all expressions. Now, what do you mean by a term? A term can be a signed number or a variable or a number multiplied by a variable. Sign number means it can be positive value or negative value, or it can be a variable like a, b, c, x, y, z, etc. or a number multiplied by a variable like 2x, 3y, etc. Here in the example, first one is 2x. So it has only one term. Second example is x plus 3. So it has two terms. 2x plus 3 plus x. So it has three terms. Depending on the number of terms in an expression, expressions are mainly classified into three types. First one is monomial expression. That is, if the expression contains only one term, then it is called monomial expression. For example, 2x, 5y, 6z, 9, etc. If the expression contains two terms, then it is called binomial expression. That is 2x plus 3, 4x multiplied by 5y, 6y minus 7, etc. If the expression contains three terms, then it is called trinomial expression. That is 2x plus 3y plus 4, 4x minus 5y plus z, etc. So here you can see three terms. And polynomial expressions are those expressions having any number of terms. So monomial expression is also a polynomial expression, binomial is also a polynomial expression, and trinomial is also a polynomial expression. So a polynomial expression can have any number of terms. Next is the degree of a polynomial. This is a very important topic. That is how to find the degree of a polynomial. The highest power present in the polynomial is called the degree of the polynomial. So if the polynomial expression is like 2x plus 3, the highest degree of x is 1. So 1 is the degree of that polynomial. If the polynomial is like 3x square plus 2x plus 4, the highest degree is x square. That means degree is 2. So the highest power of the polynomial will be the degree of that polynomial. And based on the degree, we can classify the polynomial again into three. That is, the first one is linear polynomial. That is, a polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. So here you can see 2x plus 5. X, the power is 1. So a polynomial with degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. Now a polynomial with degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. The meaning of the word quadrate means already square. So it is 2x square plus 3x plus 4. The highest degree is 2. So if the degree is 2, then it becomes a quadratic polynomial. And the general form of this quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and a can never be 0. Why a can never be 0? Because if a is 0, this expression will become bx plus c. Then it is not quadratic polynomial, it will be a linear polynomial. So a should never be 0 in the case of a quadratic polynomial. Now if the degree is 3, then it is called a cubic polynomial. That is, for example, 2x cube plus 3x square plus 4x plus 5. Here the highest degree is 3. So if the polynomial have a degree 3, then it is called cubic polynomial. And the general form of this cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a can never be 0. Why a can never be 0? If a is 0, then this equation becomes a quadratic equation. So in order to make this a cubic polynomial, a should never be equal to 0. Next is the zeros of a polynomial. That is when we substitute some values to the polynomial, and if the polynomial results in a zero value, then that substituted values are called the zeros of the polynomial. For example, we have a polynomial p of x, and if we substitute the value k to this x, and if this p of k results in 0, then that k is called the zero of a polynomial. For example, we have an expression 2x plus 3. In order to find the zero of this polynomial, we substitute this equation to 0 and find the value of x. We will get x is equal to minus 3 by 2. This is called the zero of the polynomial. Why? When we substitute this minus 3 by 2 in this above expression, it will result in a 0. So let's check it. 2 into x. Instead of x, we will substitute this minus 3 by 2. So here we apply minus 3 by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. This 2 and 2 will cancel. We will get minus 3 plus 3, that is 0. That is when substituting minus 3 by 2 in the place of x, the polynomial results in 0. So this minus 3 by 2 is called the zero of this polynomial. Let's check one more example, that is here p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. When we substitute the value minus 1 and 4, we will get zeros. So this minus 4 and 4 are called the zeros of this polynomial. And one more thing we need to note is that if the expression here 2x plus 3, what is the degree of the polynomial? The highest power of x is 1. So the degree of the polynomial is 1. Since the degree of the polynomial is 1, we have only one zero for this polynomial. In this case, the degree of the polynomial is 2 because the highest power of x is x square. So the degree is 2. Since the degree is 2, we have two zeros for this polynomial. So the degree of the polynomial decides the number of zeros of this polynomial. Thank you for watching my video, and in the next video we will study more about linear polynomials, quadratic polynomials and cubic polynomials.